My friend was like, peace drunk. Then after that, she was like, can you get back to your room? Then my friend was like, you think what? This is jail? That kind of stuff.
Yeah. Yes, she does.
Hi, my name is Hamzah. I'm from Tamarind Hall.
Hi, my name is Daryl, and I was once from Hall 13.
Hi, my name is Corliss, and I was from Hall 10.
Hi, my name is Aman, and I'm from Hall 14.
Hi, my name is Jeremy, and I was from Hall 15.
Hall culture is toxic.
There's actually a good kind of toxic and bad kind of toxic. Then like for me, I remember like when I was year 2, I spent 4 weeks in a row every day, sleep at 5 a.m, just hanging out with my friends and chilling every single night. Then it's like, you can call it toxic, like, oh shit, like every night just talking shit about other people until 5 a.m and then go for class at 9 a.m. But then when you look back, it's this kind of things that really fuel your whole life, you know what I mean?
For me, what I say is slightly toxic because maybe there is some drinking involved. Like every week we go to States bar, States bar NTU, right? So we go and drink like soju and beer. But the thing is, it's kind of fun also lah.
Like even though you do all the stupid shit, like you go drink, you go club, you do all the different stuff. At the end of the day, you know that you're probably, as uni students, it's about managing your time.
I think after listening to everyone, I would want to move myself to somewhat disagree, because initially my thought of like a toxic culture, it basically being very easily distracted and influenced by the people around you. Because in hall, there's so much activities going on. So sometimes you might be in your own room, like doing your own thing, being productive, and your friend comes in, hey, you want a supper? Hey, you want a McDonald's? Hey, you want a drink? And then you'll be like, then you'll eventually say yes. So in that sense, I find it that it's a bit toxic, because if it happens every single day, then would be very hard to kick off like this habit especially. But ultimately, it boils down to your own self-discipline.
But I feel like the word toxic is thrown around too easily nowadays. Like,
Yeah,
you think what, just because you drink or just because you club or you like sleep late, then like, hey, you're toxic, sir.
Yeah, I think a lot of things can fall under the word toxic also.
it's a very broad definition.
It's from person to person. Like I would define toxic differently compared to like someone else.
Like the triangle thing, like the sleep, study, and fun.
Yes.
I think to prioritize 2 out of 3 is
always
very important.
You always take away sleep one, no matter what.
Yeah, so
you need just take away sleep.
gotta prioritize to the freshies out there.
Roommates and neighbours can make or break the hall experience.
I'll just touch on bad neighbours first. So basically, like, after rainy days, right, you usually see like the washing machine will have very loud sound, because people will just throw their shoes into a washing machine to wash.
What?
It's like super gross.
Are you serious?
Then, yeah. Then like on top of that, I also seen like people putting their undergarments inside the microwave to dry. Then after that, you know how then after that, it got burned. Then after that, you put at the side instead of throwing it in the bin.
Wait, what the heck?
Yeah. So I seen that for my entire year 1. So after I changed the block, then after it's much better.
I've had some bad experience with neighbours. They are not those that are always very noisy, but on some nights they are just super inconsiderate and they make noise, they play mahjong, they are screaming all the way till 4 a.m. So like obviously you can't sleep well, right? And then that is you want to like go to your room, knock them down and slap them.
To be honest, I'm one of those people that Corliss always here at 4 5 a.m. So I understand that it can be inconsiderate at times, because me and my friends, we got complaints by people before. But what I actually enjoy, because you all must know Tamarind, the walls are very thin. It's like literally people have sex that you can hear one. But that kind of thing, like legit. So like I'm grateful that me and my friends, like 10 to 15 of us, we live on the same floor or just one floor below. So all of us, we conquer that floor. So we literally know each other. So I think having really nice neighbours, roommates, all that, really make your whole life more, how to say, what's that word, like, it's more genuine, more fun.
So for my roommate, she's actually someone whom I've known since primary school. Yeah, and we are very, very close. So because of her, whenever I come back to hall, whenever I have anything that I'm happy about, there's always someone there to speak to, because you're not at home. Whenever you're at home, you have your family. But then when you're in hall, you don't really have easy access to people in hall other than your roommate.
I have heard of stories that random roomie, when they set restrictions in the room, like what, draw one line across the room, they cannot cross, all kinds of stuff. Then like I just think it's too much sometimes.
I also got a very funny experience. I will not say bad, like, but more funny because in my level, there was once we found like shit in the shower area.
Oh my god.
So like basically our shower area looked like a drain, and then one day we found like shit there. So it was quite funny.
Oh, what the heck? So disgusting.
It was super funny. All of us went to the toilet to like.
Staying in hall is a sign of independence.
I think the main difference of staying in hall and staying at home is really the freedom to do your things. Because staying in hall, you can really go for supper, you can play until like 3-4 a.m. and also you still do your own laundries and everything. So it's really a lifestyle for you to choose. So it's really a part of growing up to be independent.
Definitely. It's really like you're independent, you're free. And it was my first taste of that. And my mom never allowed me to like sleep over at anybody's house also. So I like had the most fun. Okay. I didn't need to tell my parents where I was going. I didn't need to tell my parents like whether I had reached home or whatever. I could go to another country and I'm pretty sure my mom wouldn't know. Okay, no, she might find out. That's okay, that might be a bit extreme. Not saying I haven't thought of it.
I'm from a big family, so I don't really have my own room. So I think when I first entered uni, then I was a single room. So it really made me realize like, okay, I know how I want to set up my room. I need to mop the floor every week, every few days, and clean the fan, that kind of stuff. So I think living in hall is a gateway to independence.
I would say it's a taste. It's not the full thing. Because I'm still financially dependent on my parents also. I think that's also a big deal when you think of independence.
The strict hall rules are not reflective of the times we live in.
I would say somewhat disagree because I feel that the rules are in place to protect students. So whether we adhere to it or not, honestly, the school isn't very strict. So for example, like being in your friend's room till after 11:30, like opposite sex going to each other's rooms, I'm not sure if that's still a rule. These rules are in place to protect us in case anything happens.
If you talk about like different genders, that kind of stuff, I think as a society, we are not ready to move forward to copy what Western countries are doing or European countries are doing. Because you see a lot of news, a lot of things are happening, and you see like the other schools like NUS, that kind of stuff. To be fair, they are not so strict on enforcing, but as a rule per se, it can be lax in certain ways depending on the demographic of what NTU students are like, that kind of stuff.
Like, is it necessary to enforce this kind of thing? Even if it's not enforced, is it necessary to be there? Or like maybe like the rules needs like some updating to keep up with like the new generations and all stuff.
Yeah, that's right, exactly.
Also, okay, in my hall, my security guard really enforces the rules. Okay, so like after 11:30, it's like a no noise. If she hears something, everyone's out. And I guess to a certain extent, right, like it benefits the students that are studying late at night. You know, they're in their rooms, their neighbors are not making noise because the security guard is like at everybody's doors.
Because like for my hall, if it's the normal security guard, then nobody really cares. But if it's like there's this particular lady in like hall 14, hall 15 area, it's like she has like weird rules. And so like if after 11 o'clock you're outside your room, even if you're going to the toilet, she'll question you where you are. Then tell you like, please get back into your room now. So like one day my friend was like peace drunk. Then after that she was like, can you get back to your room? Then my friend was like, you think what? This is jail? You know, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Yes, she does.
So it's like
You need to be friends with your security guard also. So you need to be very nice to them. You know, you
every
greet
time
them.
you go to the supermarket, right, they just buy a bag of chips, right? Then you just pass to them. You go buy alien, you go buy all the stuff, go buy alien bihun, right? Just buy one bag.
All hacks.
Easy life, easy whole life.
Hey auntie, I got something for you.
Yeah.
I think not just that. It should be something that we practice because you know they do keep us safe.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly.
So to show our gratitude as well, you know,
Be nice.
at least say hi to your security guard and your and the cleaners that are, you know, so faithfully helping you out.
Thank you for watching this episode. What are some of the fun memories you had when staying in hall? Comment down below and share with us your fun memories.
Be sure to subscribe to sglayers if you have not. And if you have any interesting topics you want us to cover, you can fill out the form below. See you next week!